For those of you who are not familiar with Humbl Pay, it is one of the 2 hottest trading penny stocks in the world right now. I have made about 10% on it, just based on trading the volatility, but I want to just be very blunt in saying why I think this is a speculative play, not an investment. And if you think that this is an investment, you're setting yourself up to lose a lot of money, because the second you forget you're gambling, you're going to lose your shirt. So first, let's just lay out a couple things. So I've been told in my comments on my first video that, oh, you have no idea what you're talking about. That's not really true. So I've actually worked at a Fortune 500 company as an intern in software development. So I'm fairly familiar with the process of rolling out, tech, and I've worked at finance company before, and I've also worked with biotech, so I'm willing to venture that I know what I'm talking about. But I can still tell when something is massively overpriced. This idea that you need somehow special insider knowledge to tell something's worthless is, well, that's an interesting proposition, because if I as a layman can discern that this doesn't seem like a very good investment, it probably isn't. So let's go into first, why I think that Humbl Pay is not an investment and why it is a 100% speculative play. So first reason is the company currently has no revenue on either of its 3 lines of products. So there are so many potential products that there's no real core product. So it's great if you want to be like Google, where, Google search really funds and subsidizes a lot of these, long shot, crazy moon things, same like Amazon. But, Amazon still has a core business, which is funded by AWS. So there's really a strong economic moat and a margin of safety for investors, on these long shots. So, all of these long shots and the spray and pray approach is not a business strategy unless you have a margin of safety that enables you to do that and you have a really deep wallet. Amazon and Google and Facebook, Microsoft, same thing. These companies have wide margins of safety, which is why investing in them, if they were going to do something like Humbl, it wouldn't be that much of a play. So there's no margin of safety here for investors. So that should really clue you in very quickly that this is a speculative play. What a shock, right? Number 2 reason is, this is a company that's gone from about 2 cents up to $3.50 and just did a reverse split, and was previously a flooring company. So when I'm looking at management like Brian Foote, Greg Sharp, and even the CTO, I don't see people who have built companies before, and I don't really see serial entrepreneurship. So this just gives me the alarm signs of like, okay, it's speculation. Like, okay, it's a gamble. Now, speculation, isn't bad. I mean, I've made money speculating on this stock. It's not an investment, because this idea that it's an investment, I'm thinking it's going to be safe and I'm going to keep my money there, versus like being constantly vigilant and knowing that I'm going to have to run away. So the difference between an amateur speculator and a professional speculator is somebody who just realizes they're speculating, apparently, because, oh, it's a dirty word, you're speculating. Yeah, I'm speculating on it. I'm going to make money off of it. But, it's a speculative play. But acting like this is an investment is just stupid. It's 100% speculative. So how does 2 cents become $4? How does that math make any sense? Oh, it doesn't. Newsflash, sorry that upsets you. Good Lord, but calm down. But if you're telling me in my comments it's going to go up to 10, I can tell you this is a beautiful speculative play. Unlike, for example, like iSights, which has all these warrants and is another stock I'm looking at, this is a good speculative play. In terms of, if I'm taking bets, I'm going to probably bet I can make probably 20% off of this based on just volatility alone. Hence why it's held in my speculative portfolio and not my actual investment grade portfolio, because like I just have screw around money, and this is like screw around money to me. But don't play with money you can't afford to lose. Because here's the thing, go read The Intelligent Investor, look at AAA Enterprises, and tell me how this isn't exactly like AAA Enterprises. or all the other companies that have crashed and burned. Okay, so the Humbl hype train, yes, do not let FOMO dictate this, and don't hazard money you cannot afford to lose on a gamble. Like, I like gambling, don't get me wrong. I mean, it can be interesting to go play a hand of Baccarat, but I play blackjack and Baccarat. I play games I know I can win, so don't play the slots, which is what pennies basically are. And, this is a gamble. You're gambling. You're not, this isn't a business decision where there's like a bankable risk. You can't take an option out on this. So you can't take an option out on it. It's a pure spec play, because nobody's going to write the risk. If I can't get an insurer to write a premium on the stock, that should tell you something. By the way, I can't see where these ETXs are offered because I've been looking on VPNs, and I do have foreign financial accounts, and I'm looking at them. I can't find the products that were allegedly launched. So, okay. If they can pull it off, that's great, and I'll make more money. But, I'm firmly in on a bet where, I'm prepared. I'm not going to lose everything. But I don't have that kind of, because I'll buy in, but I'm going to keep the principal amount the same, but dude, I mean, if you think that this is going to be, long-term, like next Microsoft, based on the, the hodgepodge of people, I mean, these ain't Harvard dropouts. These are just like Joe Schmo and jabronis. You go ahead. But what I'm telling you is you're gambling. And apparently that offends some people. But again, you have a speculative portfolio. You have an investment portfolio. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. There's no value judgment here. I mean, well, actually, there's a lot of value judgment. I'm just saying this isn't an investment because, it's not the company the company owns all of these dog shit shares. So, I mean, who do you think is profiting off of this? Do you think all of this capital is just going right back into the company where they now have $1.2 billion in a war chest? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a financial, but dude, come on, guys. Really? The Bitcoin hysteria continues, and I definitely know what I would be short. It's not quite shortable yet. I could have made so much way short shit out of this. The trade execution on Merrill is terrible. I'm just not quite in the position where I can really play with this. We're gonna be having fun in a couple months. But again, if you think it's a good investment, you think it's an investment, we'll put your money where your mouth is. I say it's a speculative play. It could go to zero. Because easy come, easy go. And it's like playing roulette. Tomorrow has no bearing on the basis of the stock. There's no stock. So you're basically operating in a place where there's incredibly cash-rich businesses and people who know what they're doing. So you're going to tell me everybody else is an idiot and these guys are brilliant. Yeah, that's not really how this usually works. You don't do a 100-country launch with financial products. You could do something in the European market area, but interesting. But I'm the bad guy. All your dreams aren't gonna come true. So sad.